Welcome student. Today we have to study electric potential due to electric dipole. So you know what is meaning of electric dipole? When two equal and opposite charges separated by finite distance form an electric dipole. If we consider an example, a charge minus q and a charge plus q separated by distance 2n form an electric dipole. It is like this. Consider point charge minus q, charge plus q separated by distance 2n. This is the electric dipole. This dipole has moment. So electric dipole moment is a product of magnitude of one charge and distance between two charges. So take magnitude q into distance between charges is 2n. So P equal to q into 2n is electric dipole moment. Its SI unit is Coulomb meter, and it is a vector quantity directed from minus q to plus q. This is a P bar. Then we will term axis of dipole. A line passing through center of two charges forming an electric dipole is called axis of dipole. So this is line which passes through center of two charges. It is called axis of dipole. Similarly, we can define equator of dipole. A line which passes through center of dipole and perpendicular to its axis is called equator of dipole. So this is all about electric dipole. Now we have to study electric potential at a point due to this dipole. For this, we consider an electric dipole having charge plus q at point A and charge minus q at point B, having center O. L and L, the separation between two charges. We have to find electric potential due to both charges. So consider a point P at some distance R from center of dipole. To find electric potential at point P due to this dipole, join AP, join PB, let this distance is R1, is R2. So we have considered an electric dipole having charge plus q at point A and charge minus q at point P, which are separated by distance 2n. Then consider a point P which is at distance r from center of dipole. This is r distance. Our aim is to find electric potential at P. Let theta is angle made by line OP with the axis of dipole. Then we'll write step by step. First step, electric potential at point P due to this charge plus Q is V1 equal to electric potential at P due to charge plus Q at A is V1 is equal to, formula for electric potential, it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R. So here we can write this distance is R1, we can write 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is charge Q divided by distance is R1. Similarly, we can write electric potential at point P due to charge minus Q at B. Electric potential at P due to charge minus Q is V2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into charge minus Q divided by distance is R2. Thus we can find total electric potential due to both charges. So it is V is equal to V1 plus V2. V is equal to, it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 Q divided by R1 plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 minus Q divided by R2. Constant common, it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is common, charge Q also common. So 1 divided by R1 minus 1 divided by R2. So this is equation first. By geometry of figure, you can find value of 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Now draw perpendicular from point A on this line OP. This is 90 degree. Produce this PO and draw a perpendicular from point B on this line. This is 90 degree. If this angle is theta, then length of this side will be, this is opposite side, this hypotenuse is L, we can write L into sin theta. And this distance, this is L into cos theta. Then this point is C and this is D. This AC is L sin theta, but it is opposite side of this angle, and adjacent side is L cos theta. Similarly, this is opposite angle, this is also theta. So this adjacent side, it will be L cos theta, and this opposite side will be L into sin theta. So using Pythagoras theorem, we can write R1 square equal to AC square plus PC square. We can write R1 square equal to AC square plus PC square, and it is equal to AC is L sin theta, we can write L square sin square theta plus this PC, if P2O is R1, P2O is R, and this is L cos theta, we can write this R minus L cos theta, R minus L cos theta bracket square. It is equal to L square sin square theta plus a minus b bracket square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we can write it is r square minus 2rl cos theta plus l square cos square theta. L square sin square theta plus L square cos square theta is L square. We write here L square plus R square minus 2RL into cos theta. Take R square common, R square into bracket will be L square divided by R square plus 1 minus 2. 1 R is common. We have to divide by R into cos theta. We use the condition as dipole is very short. This length L is very smaller compared to this R, as L is very smaller compared to R. Therefore, L divided by R will be fraction, and therefore L square divided by R square will be very small, so we can neglect it. So R1 square equal to R square into bracket. This term is neglected because it is very small compared to another term. It will be 1 minus 2 into L divided by R into cos theta. So this is for value of R1. Similarly, we can find value of R2. Is R1 square, therefore R2 square equal to R2 square equal to, this is hypotenuse R2, PD square plus BD square Now PD square, this is PO is R plus this distance is L cos theta. So we can write it is R2 square equal to R square plus it is R plus L cos theta, R plus L cos theta bracket square plus L into cos theta bracket square. So we get similar steps except this minus sign. So finally, if we solve these, we will get R2 is equal to, there is R plus L cos theta bracket square. So we get equation instead of this minus sign, we get plus, and R2 equal to R square into bracket 1 plus 2L divided by R into cos theta. So this is R1, R square into bracket 1 minus 2L divided by R into cos theta. Similarly, the same process, we can obtain value of R2. R2 equal to R square into bracket 1 plus 2L divided by R into cos theta. We have to find 1 divided by R1 minus 1 divided by R2. So we can write 1 divided by R1 square. Alright, 1 by R1 directly. We take square root of this. you will get R1 equal to R into square root of this bracket. So it will be 1 divided by R into 1 divided by this bracket. We can write it is 1 minus 2L divided by R into cos theta raised to minus, it is square root. R1 equal to R into square root of 1 minus 2L divided by R into cos theta. So 1 divided by R1 equal to 1 by R into 1 divided by this bracket raised to half. To take a numerator, it will be 1 minus 2L divided by R into cos theta raised to minus. If you solve this by binomial equation, if formula 1 plus x raised to n equal to 1 plus nx, we use this formula. So we can expand it. 1 divided by R1 equal to 1 divided by R into bracket. It is 1 is minus sign into n means its power of bracket, it is half minus half into x means it is 2L divided by R into cos theta. We use rectangle bracket. 1 minus n is half and this 2L half, 2L divided by R into cos theta. It will be 1 divided by R into 1, minus into minus plus, is 2 to get cancelled. L divided by R into cos theta. This is value of R1. Similarly, we can obtain value of R2 also. 1 divided by R2 equal to 1 divided by R into R2 is R square into 1 plus 2L divided by R into cos theta. We take square root on both sides. It is R2 square. R2 equal to R into square root of this bracket. So 1 divided by R2 will be 1 divided by R into 1 divided by this bracket raised to half. So we can write it is equal to 1 plus 2L divided by R into cos theta raised to minus half. Okay, use same formula for expansion. We can write 1 divided by R2 equal to 1 divided by R into bracket 1 is plus sign into this power is minus half into x means 2L divided by R into cos theta. So it is equal to 1 divided by R into this 2 to get cancelled, it will be 1 plus L divided by R into cos theta. So this is R equal. 1 by R1 is 1 by R into bracket 1 plus L divided by R cos theta, and R2 is 1 by R into 1 plus L divided by R into cos theta. Now you can find value of this bracket 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Right? 1 divided by R1 minus 1 divided by R2 is equal to this R1, 1 by R into bracket 1 minus L divided by R into cos theta, and R2 is 1 by R into bracket 1 plus L divided by R into cos theta. If this 1 divided by R is common, 1 divided by R is common, so we can write 1 plus L divided by R cos theta minus 1 plus L divided by R into cos theta. In case of R1, there is a plus sign. In R2, there is plus R1 is plus sign and R2 has minus sign. So it will be 1 divided by R into bracket 1 plus L divided by R into cos theta. Multiply this two terms by minus sign, minus 1 plus L divided by R into cos theta. This minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0. It will be 1 divided by R into bracket 2L divided by R into cos theta. This is value of 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Now we can find total potential V. V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q into 1 divided by R into 2L divided by R into cos theta. So finally you will get it is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q into 2L divided by R square. This is second equation. When Q into 2L is electric dipole moment, so we can write V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P, it is term cos theta, P into cos theta divided by R square. This is equation third. Or we can write this in vector form. V equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P bar dot R bar into cos theta divided by R means it is a vector directed from point O to P. It has magnitude R. So we divide this by R, we will get R cube. Or we can write in terms of unit vector, V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P bar dot R0 cap divided by R square. It is not cos theta because A bar dot B bar equal to AB cos theta. Like this. So total electric potential at any point P due to both charges forming an electric dipole is V equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P cos theta divided by R square, or in vector form it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P bar dot R bar divided by R cube, or in unit vector form V equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 P bar dot R0 cap divided by R square, and R0 is unit vector derived from center of dipole to given point. So this is the expression for electric dipole. Thank you. Now